So I joined the Tata Group in 1987, out of college. I joined the Tata Administrative Service. In my first year, I did projects with a few Tata Group companies. And then for a very long time, I worked with a company called Tata Tea. We were a very small company at that time, competing with the giant Hindustan Unilever, and it gave us great pleasure to, build our brands and gain market share and eventually gain market leadership as well. That was the first phase of my journey for the first 13 years. And then I had a long stint with another consumer company of the Tata Group, Titan. With Tanishq, which is our jewelry business, I was the marketing and sales head of Tanishq. Then I was the chief operating officer of the jewelry business and then of the watches business. And had great fun building brands like Tanishq and Fast Track and strengthening Titan and Sonata and so forth. And I learned that whether you're marketing tea or whether you're marketing jewelry or watches, the one thing that really matters is knowing your consumer very well. Over the last 9 years, I've been with Tata Sons now, our parent company. Today, I look after the Tata brand as the brand custodian. I also am a director on the boards of some Tata Group companies. So overall, I think over 36 years, it's been a very rich and varied experience. I've enjoyed every single day because the work has been very interesting. The Tata Group is a brilliant employer. I love working with them. They take very good care of their employees. So there's a spring in my step as I move towards my office every morning. I still remember I was in Bangalore when Westside was born. I remember my wife and I going on to Commercial Street in Bangalore and seeing this wonderful store called Littlewoods. Now, how did Littlewoods become Westside? So Mrs. Simone Tata was the person who was leading Lakme, perhaps one of India's very first lifestyle and cosmetics and skincare companies. When the Tata Group divested Lakme to Hindustan Unilever, the proceeds of that sale, Mrs. Simone Tata decided, along with the board of Lakme at that time, that it would be invested in retail, in organized retail in the country. And a retail store called Littlewoods came up for acquisition, and the Tata Group decided to acquire Littlewoods. Littlewoods was later renamed Westside by Mrs. Simone Tata. That's how Westside was born. It was a visionary move because this was well before organized retail came to India. Littlewoods was rechristened Westside, and from there on, wow, look at the way it's come over the last 25 years. It's become the stop for fashion and lifestyle in the country. Westside is a very well-known brand. It's well known because of the quality of the products that it offers, the design of the products, the fabric, the finish, the overall quality as the consumer perceives it. And when consumers love something, they talk about it. In my own apartment building, just a couple of days back, I met a lady in the lift. I asked her where the dress she was wearing was from, and she very proudly told me it's from Westside. So a lot of word about Westside gets spread through word of mouth. But that apart, there are magnificent Westside stores that you see in Bombay, in Bangalore, in Delhi, in Lucknow, in Nagpur, in Nashik, in Chennai, cities across the country. The stores speak for the brand. Westside may not be advertising on television, but Westside certainly advertises through its stores. They serve as theatre for fashion. When you step into a Westside store, you're struck with a bit of awe. Because you see these beautiful designs all around you. You see beautiful garments or household products all around you. But even the way they're presented in the store, not just aesthetically beautiful, but dramatically presented. I think that's what, the shopping experience is all about. You want that theatre in your life, and Westside gives you that theatre in your life. Fashion and style, the kind of dress that we wear, the kind of accessories that we wear, they should make us feel good about ourselves. And you feel good about yourselves when you wear something that suits you well, which makes you feel bright and chirpy and positive. And then you feel good when someone recognizes that and says, that's a wonderful dress you're wearing. That is one of the roles that fashion plays in our life. That's one of the roles that personal accessories play in our life. They make us feel very, very good about ourselves. If you want ethnic wear, there's Utsav. Or if it's a young, very young person coming in to buy something, there's Nuon. And then there are a number of other brands for every single segment that goes into Westside. It's very important, therefore, for Westside to stay current with fashion trends. Sometimes even important for Westside to forecast the trend of the future. And that means being completely on top of what is trending. Being completely on top of consumer insight, understanding consumers very well, but also understanding what kind of fashion really appeals to today's consumer. That requires experience, it requires intuition sitting on top of that experience, but most important, I think it requires that touch for fashion and style. That's what our designers, our merchandisers at Westside, our buyers at Westside, they're able to put their fingers on the pulse of what consumers of all age groups, of all gender, are really looking for. Indians, we've become very proud of our heritage today. Ethnic wear is as vibrant, as sought for, as fashion from other countries of the world. We have become very cosmopolitan in our outlook towards fashion and lifestyle. There's a lot more pride in our national roots today. So I think that's been one change that we have seen with customers. The second change that we have seen with customers over this long period of time is customers today, I think, enjoy shopping in organized retail stores. We have moved away from the unorganized bazaars of the past to a lot more organized shopping today. The two sit in synchrony with each other even today. You have street side shopping and shopping in organized retail, but there's been a lot more move towards organized retail, and in the more recent past, also a move towards internet and online shopping, which wasn't there 20 years ago. The third big change we have seen is that people today are far more lifestyle, health and wellness conscious. And this is particularly true, I think, of younger people today. For them, it's very, very important to have this balance between the work you do and the wellness that you have in your lives. Fourth, of course, I think today people are willing to spend on fashion, on lifestyle, on experiences. We don't spend on only product anymore. I think consumers today want experiences that they can savor and memories that will last them for a lifetime. Those are some changes, but there are many, many other changes as well which have impacted consumers in the country. One big thing, which is really, I think, powered the growth of India is many, many more households in India coming into the middle class and upper middle class. We're very proud that India today is the fastest growing economy in the world. But with that growth of the economy, many more households move into the middle class, move into the upper middle class, move into the affluent class. And because of this rise in disposable income, they are also able to aspire to many more things in life. And in Westside, they find many of those lifestyle products that they want to use. So loyalty to me means that consumers love the brand and consumers want to stay with the brand. It's very simple. Without love, there can be no loyalty. Consumers want to stay with this brand and continue using this brand. What fosters loyalty? Many, many things can foster loyalty. First and foremost, your product quality has to be superb. Consumers know good product when they find it. Consumers also know bad product. So your product has to be very good to appeal to the consumer, and Westside has consistently delivered that to consumers. Second, consumers have to perceive and have to know that the brand offers them exceedingly good value. Value is not just price. Value is a combination of the quality of the product, the experience within the store, the price at which it is sold, the longevity of the product you're buying. Also inherent in value is how much do you enjoy shopping about Westside in Westside? How much do you like talking about Westside to others? All that is, encompassed in value. So consumers have to know that you're offering them superb value. Only then will consumers kind of enhance their loyalty towards any brand. Third, the brand has to be very consistent. You cannot have a brand which produces very good product one year, doesn't do so well in another year. That's not a recipe for loyalty. Whatever the consumer expects from Westside, cutting edge fashion, excellent quality of fabric, robustness of the product, very good price. Westside has to offer that consistently year after year, as indeed Westside has done, which is why it has garnered so much loyalty. So there are many, many people like me who spend their lifetimes with the Tata Group very happily. What leads to that loyalty? Why do people spend so many years with a group? One is, I think, the group gives you very interesting work to do. It gives you good growth in your career, which is important for people. The Tata Group believes in doing business with some principles in mind and doing business in the manner that we consider right. And I think that means a lot to people working with the group. So many people, including, I think, particularly younger people, want to work with a group which is good not just to their own employees, but good to the world outside. I feel very proud of working with the group. When I go out and tell you or tell someone that I'm part of the Tata Group, I say it with my head held high and with a lot of pride. And I think that counts for something. You want to hold your head up high and say that you're working with an organization which is doing good for the nation, which is doing good for the community, which is doing good for the consumer. The Tata Group was established in 1868 by Jamshedji Tata. He was a Parsi merchant of Mumbai. And when he established the group, his philosophy was that he wants to create a group where the community is center stage and not just another stakeholder. The holding company of the Tata Group, Tata Sons, is 66% owned by the Tata Charitable Trusts. It means that 66% of our profits flowing through dividends from Tata Sons go to the Tata Charitable Trusts. And what do the Tata Trusts use this money for? They use this money to establish cancer hospitals. They've used this money to establish some of India's finest institutions like the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research or the Tata Institute of Social Sciences. They use this money for fostering literacy, for investing in water programs. They used part of this money for the fight against the pandemic. So a lot of the work that the Tata Group has done has gone towards nation building in many of these areas. And that is one of the central ideas of the Tata brand. And I think a lot of people resonate with that. A lot of people, particularly in today's day and age, want to see brands which are doing some good for society. The other reason that people resonate with the Tata brand is because I truly believe that the quality of products and services that we offer consumers, we take great care within the Tata Group to make sure that it's excellent quality and excellent value. The Tata Group has been very consistent with these behaviors over the past 155 years. So you've seen the Tata Group, probably your father has, probably his father has, and his mother has. So it's over 4-5 generations, it's the same consistency of behavior. That has built trust in the Tata brand. Of course, we need to work even harder to retain that trust in the future, but that's how trust has been built. So whether you're buying Tata tea or whether you're buying Tata salt or whether you're buying Westside garments or whether you're stepping into a Taj hotel, I think that is the trust that is there at the back of your mind. And at the Tata Group, we are indeed, I think, very, very thankful to millions of Indians who have reposed their trust in our brand. First and foremost, consumers have begun living in a far more digital world today. Whether it's reading, whether it's entertainment, whether it's information, whether it's shopping, digital has become all-encompassing. And now, of course, adding on to the layer of digital is artificial intelligence. So that entire area of digital and AI and how it is shaping the consumer's mind and how it's shaping consumer perception and behavior is a very, very important trend today. The second big trend today, I think, is the rapid growth of the Indian economy and the opportunities that creates in India. I think health and wellness is a big trend. People certainly want to be healthier today, not just healthier, but a sense of wellness about themselves. And there are many, many things. It's not just about healthy foods to be eaten or healthy drinks to be consumed. It's also about, you know, am I working out enough? It's also about, am I leading a lifestyle which helps me cope with the stresses of the modern world? It's also about, do I have enough love and togetherness in my life to keep my mind, peaceful and calm? So health and wellness is a big trend as well, and it's reflecting in so many industries across the world. The fourth big trend is sustainability. Lots of people, particularly younger people, are saying we have to do our best for our planet. We have to ensure that this Earth's resources are optimally used and not misused. And therefore, the move towards green. There was a time when you retired and then consumption came down in a post-retirement phase. But today we find, all age groups. You could be in your 20s or 30s or 40s. You could be in your 60s or 70s. You still want to travel. You still want to roam around the world. You still want to eat in that fancy restaurant. You still want to order in home. You still want to wear garments which are very fashionable and stylish. You still want to look young, whatever age you may be at. So I think there is also this trend of, kind of agelessness. Doesn't matter what age you're at, but I'd like to enjoy the world around me. What I have learned over life is to really, give yourself a sense of purpose. Build expertise in the areas that you wish to be an expert in. That's important. So I am a marketer and I've tried my best to build expertise in the area of marketing. I am a storyteller, so I've tried my best to build expertise in the area of storytelling. That's important. But it has to be done for a larger purpose. If you have to feel fulfilled, if you have to feel that your life has some meaning, okay, all of us come into this world, we live here for 80 years, 85 years, 90 years, and then we are gone. We are like one more speck of sand on this huge beach. But if you have to contribute something during the years that we are alive, I think it's important to have a sense of purpose to your life. It may not come immediately when you're young. In your younger years, you may have to build expertise in the area that you want to contribute with. But having built that expertise, as you move towards middle age and as you move towards, your 30s, 40s, 50s, I think bringing that sense of purpose increasingly into your life is very, very important. So start thinking about what you'd like to contribute to the world around us. I'm enjoying the work I do with the Tata Group. I often say that I have 2 marriages in my life, one to my wife and one to the Tata Group. So I'm enjoying myself where I am today. I enjoy the art of marketing. I enjoy the art of storytelling. And certainly, both these arts I would like to pursue for as long as I can. Having worked for 36 years, I also feel that it's incumbent on me to share my knowledge and experience with younger people. If I can contribute a little bit of what I have learned to younger people who can then evaluate it and decide whether it's relevant to them, I think I would be doing a little bit more than I am doing today. So that's what I'm looking forward to over the years ahead. At the end of the day, they talk about this Japanese philosophy of ikigai, finding what you really love and then doing it really well and adding value to other people by doing that. And also in a way earning your livelihood out of it. If you're able to find the intersection of these spaces, I think that's fantastic.